What's up my loves, my name is Paige, this is Pages with Paige, and today we're going to be talking through the readathons that are happening in September. Hey loves, just me editing here. I'm added some more readathons, so go check the playlist, I'll mention it later, but I just wanted to apologize for like the serious low energy in this video. I had a concert the night before and my brain was just going nuts. I was running on like 3.5 hours of sleep and I didn't have the capacity to be enthusiastic to life, so I apologize. I have been editing this going, no, it's okay, I don't need to film a clip to apologize, and then I'm getting through it and I'm like, no, I need to apologize for my lack of just anything. So I'm so sorry. I am so excited for all of these readathons and I hope you find something amazing in these, but yeah, I was going through it that day, so apologies, but I hope you enjoy it, and on forth with the rest of the video. Hello my loves, so welcome to this video. I am in a very different location. I'm actually at my parents' apartment and I'm driving home tomorrow and then intending to edit this tomorrow night and get this out, and I didn't want to drive for 4 hours, film, and then have to edit all in one night, so we're filming today. I do have my bookcases, but they're in the room that my grandpa's staying in, so I decided to just film in my parents' room. So this is a very different sort of vibe for me. This video is going to be talking through all the readathons that are happening in September at the time of filming this. If you are new to my channel, I have some disclaimers for these videos. First is, these are the ones at the time of filming on YouTube that I have found an announcement video for. It is currently 5:43 on Sunday the 27th of August, and if I haven't found the announcement video by this point or it comes out later, if I do hear of them, I will update the playlist if you need full information. My second disclaimer is that I have the information for all of these readathons down in the description box below that I talk about in the video. I also have a link to the YouTube playlist that I have created, and that one will be updated throughout the month with any other readathons that come to my attention. And I also have a spreadsheet that has them all listed out for your convenience as well. It is so noisy in Sydney, it's so weird how different it is. So apologies if you can hear any really random background noise. Disclaimer 3 is that these are the people whose announcement videos rocked up on my subscription feed first. So there's the Thick Thighs Readathon and my beautiful friends are all hosting it. I just had whichever one came up first was the one that I've gone for. This will not necessarily be the creator. Usually, I don't think I've ever had one that it isn't a co-host, but usually it is either the creator or co-host, and please go watch their video to be able to get all the information that you need for the creator and how these readathons have come to fruition. This is only the ones that are on YouTube at the time of filming, so they're like my main caveats. Please let me know any that you know of that I have missed. And the way that this video runs is we start from the shortest duration to the longest, and yeah, there's 31 readathons to talk about, so let's dive in. The first is a 24-hour readathon running on the 23rd of September, and that is Witchathon, the Maid Bond round, which is created by Yarn Reader. It's reading as much as you can witchy themed books in a 24-hour period and celebrating all things witchy for the full time. So the tagline for this round is cozy full-time vibes. Then we have a 48-hour readathon, and that is running from the 8th to the 10th at 6 p.m. Central Time, and this is Squash That Series Round 7 24 and 48 hour edition, and I found this on Is Bailey Reading's channel. The challenge for this one is to read through as much of one series as possible, or pick up one of the series that you've been neglecting. The goal is to attempt to read 24 out of the 48 hours, but if that's just not possible, to read for 10 minutes, which will count for the hour. So at least 10 minutes in 24 different hours throughout, you will have successfully completed this challenge. So you can definitely read for longer than the 10 minutes, but if you needed it to do it that way, you can. And then we have 2 week-long readathons. So we have running from the 11th to the 17th, the Thick Thighs Readathon. And I found this on Erin from Sheba and Shelves' channel, and this is reading and celebrating fat main characters in fiction. They're chill prompts in a bingo format. and a group book that fills 3 out of 4 reading prompts. If you do want to read it, there are recommendations going up on Instagram and the co-host channel throughout the lead up to this as well, and it just looks fabulous. There are also lifestyle prompts in the bingo card as well. Then from the 18th to the 24th, we have Rom-Comathon Smart University. And I found this on Pretty Purple Polka Dots' channel. The idea is to read rom-com books and celebrate romance. The way that they've formatted this is, in all technicality, you don't have to do the prompts, but they've structured it so that we have 6 classes, each of which are a different trope. And then depending on how many classes you complete is what your grading level is. So there's like Dean's List, and the group book looks adorable as well. Then we have a 10-day readathon running from the 1st to the 10th, and that is Summer Scare Readathon, which I found on the Hex Libraries channel. This is basically a spooky fun readathon to give some of the summer vibes to the spooky season. There are 9 prompts. You can double up to 9 up with them. Read something with spooky vibes that match the prompts, and there are also 9 Instagram prompts as well, and basically to have fun and make some spooky friends. Then we have a 2-week readathon running from the 18th to the 1st, and that's Not So Scary-a-thon, which is created by Macy from The Bright Side Girl. This is to basically read softer spooks, so not like full-blown horror or scary, just slightly spooky with darker fall vibes. So there are 5 prompts which are quite flexible, and 5 physical challenges as well as Instagram challenges to enter into a giveaway, which is US based, and totally chill. You can double, triple up, whatever suits your needs as well. And yeah, it's just a little bit less scary, more spooky, and looks like the perfect combination for my idea of fall. Then we have one that is almost a month long, and that is Killers vs. Final Girls Readathon, which is created by Books and Bot. You need to have Discord to be able to participate, and it is running from the 2nd of September to September 29th. The sign up needs to be before midnight Eastern time on September 2nd, so then you can be placed into your team, and it's fair for the teams to know the numbers at the beginning of the readathon. Only one will survive, so the killers will kill the final girls, or the final girls will kill the killer, and your role is assigned to you. The killers have their own set of prompts, and the final girls have their own set. There is a little bit of crossover, and there are points assigned to each prompt, so the team with the most amount of points will be the ones that end up being victorious. Then we have a fuck ton of month-longs. So the first one I want to talk about is Suffer-a-thon, which is created by myself, Ren, Erin, and Amy. Basically, you're going on a holiday to a hotel that is the Suffer-a-thon hotel, and each week there'll be both a book and a challenge prompt dropped, which you will need to complete within that week. They are all thematic weeks on various aspects of a hotel, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Obviously, I'm very biased, and this has been a very creative endeavor for me, so I'm very excited for this and cannot wait to continue with this creation. And we have had so far quite an emphasis on time. Then we have Pick Pongathon, which is created from Crystal from Bomb Book Reviews, and this is Crystal's TBR game but made into a readathon for everyone. She has made accommodations so you can either play the physical game or you can do the digital version, and it's like a random number generator to be able to assist with that. There's rewards and punishments and so many fluctuatings in my TBR, and this is Crystal's way of celebrating her birthday, which was in August, but because of the amazing readathon and they were going to be moving throughout August, Crystal just decided to push it back to September. So when we get this added chaos into it, and I absolutely love this readathon. Then we have Adventure-a-thon, which is created by K-Beth Bookish, and this is round 2 of our character creations. So you have 7 character classes that you can choose from to be able to fulfill the prompts. You can do more than one, but you need to focus on one at a time. Double ups aren't allowed, but there are only 4 main tasks. We're essentially continuing our journey of narrowing down our choice of characters, and the readathon is going to build on itself each round. So I'm very excited to see where we go, and the 7 options for this round are very interesting. And it's basically a choose your own adventure story, but we're developing the attributes to it in story building progression. Then we have Readathon Academy, Semester 2, and this is created by Completely Melanie. So we're back at Readathon Academy to get our Bachelors of Reading. We do need to earn our degree. New students can either go back and do Semester 1 or they can start at Semester 2. They are very accommodating. The group book is a debut and then retelling. One book is needed for each category, and then they're split into different options. There is also study sessions, and it is just a very immersive readathon. Then we have Battle of the Readathon, which is a new one created by Monthlong Readathons. This is a competitive readathon. It is any genre. It does not have to be fantasy books, but it is fantasy inspired. There are going to be bracket points based off the ratings that you give the books that you read. So we're going to be fighting to lead the world, and we need to become a dragon raider. Each week has like a mini goal or setup, and there is also a quiz for fun, which will tell you which dragon you would be best aligned to, but you don't need to follow through with that. You can just have a sticky bake and see what takes your fancy and what advantages would best suit your reading to decide what team you're on. Then we have the Vampire Diaries Readathon, which is created by Chloe Reads Books. Again, another competitive one, with this time it being Team Stephen versus Team Damon. There are 10 themed on the locations of the show, but you don't have to be a fan or have seen it to be able to participate. The prompts need to be completed once, and completing all 10 will give 1,000 bonus points. If the book doesn't count for any prompt, then you will just get the pages of that book to count for points. Okay. Well, my grandpa has just decided to watch the TV, and I don't know how loud this is going to be, so I'm going to put a pause here and come back once that's me. Definitely not 2 hours later and I fell asleep. We're exhausted today, but we're doing it. So, continuing on with the next month-long one was Wizardly Battle for Reading Supremacy, which was created by Andrew's Wizardly Reads, and there is a deadline for the sign up to be on the 31st of August because it is hosted exclusively on Discord. There are 5 teams, 21 prompts based on classes, and like extras, you can only complete up to 8 prompts, any 8 prompts, but manga, graphic novels, or comics will not count, and books need to be at least 200 plus pages. This is also open to any genre. So this is just their Discord, their first time doing a readathon. So if you're interested, then we have Magic the Gathering Readathon, which is created by Coffee Over Apples. It's building a deck for Magic the Gathering. It is competitive and based on the color faction with the most cards in the deck. You don't have to be a Magic player to participate. You just choose mana color. You can build a multicolor deck and then build a TBR based on the prompt, and then submit books to the Google Forms. To gain cards, you can either read books with your chosen colors on the cover or the genre that matches the colors, and then extra prompts as well. Then we have the Introverted Reader Readathon, which is created by the Introverted Reader, and this is just a super chill readathon with 7 prompts to direct your reading throughout the month. You can swap, DNF, nothing is set in stone, double, triple up, whatever you'd like to do. This is just to have fun. Then we have Series September, which I found on Books and Jams' channel. This is a 3x3 bingo board to follow up on some of the series we've been wanting to continue with. Prompts are just one word, and you can interpret them how you'd like to, but with the focus of series. Then we have Gothtober Creature Feature Edition, which I found on Hannah from Let M's channel. So the vibes for this readathon are immaculate. It is a gothic themed readathon, and to participate you only need to read 1 book, but you can read as much as you want. So this round it is building your own TBR from Frankensteining choices through a game and creating your own monster, which will then give you the prompts. You do not need to read gothic fiction, but they recommend reading from BIPOC, LGBT or disability. Apologies, having a sneezing attack, which is great. We'll have activity nights, and the announcement video gave me so much discomfort in that, like, the first little clip, but it was on point. I also watched it on 2 times speed, so like, yeah, that was a choice that I made. Then we have Scottember, which is created by Margaret Pennard, and this is to read Scottish literature and non-fiction by Scottish authors set in Scotland, contemporary, historical, just anything Scottish. However you want to read Scottish, this is the opportunity to do so, and in ways that are flexible and work for you. Then we have the Tolkien Readathon, which is created by Robin from A Hobbit's Reading List. So this is for Bilbo's and Frodo's birthday in September, and there are a few ways that you can do it. You read books for the prompts to make their journey through Middle-earth. There's 2 main paths and a chaotic third. Major locations have prompts, but it will be dependent on the character that you're focusing on, or if you don't want to pick a character, you can do the third option and Frankenstein your way through. So you can either pick a race from Middle-earth and follow that throughout the journey, or pick a prompt from each stage, or your chaotic wave, just whatever you'd like. You can swap out any prompt for a book written by Tolkien. Then we have Readathon, which is created by Somber Honey in celebration of the release of their debut. There will be an international giveaway and it's super easy to enter. They have created a 3x3 bingo board, and the center square being their book, Revelry in the Dark. The outside squares can be doubled and tripled up and are tropes and themes within Revelry, but Revelry can't count for anything other than center square because you'd black it out, and I'm so excited for them. So amazing. Then we have 30 books in 30 days Readathon, which is created by Luminous Libro. 30 books or 30 minutes every day. It is recommended to keep it at 100 pages and under, but the choice is yours on how you want to do this. And there are optional challenges like reading 10 books from a particular author, 10 books for a certain theme, and they're just to guide your options. It is a very low pressure readathon, not wanting to cause stress considering the idea of reading 30 books in 30 days would be quite daunting. So they try and make it in the most achievable way as possible. Then we have the Dark Academia Readathon, which I found on the Garden of Trey. I apologize for the pronunciation. So there are bookish and lifestyle prompts. You don't have to read Dark Academia, it is just thematic, and the prompts are perfectly matched to the Dark Academia aesthetic, and it is just beautifully styled. So I feel like this is the Dark Academic Readathon goal. The perfection that this is just matches amazingly. Then we have Straya September, which is created by Gunpowder Fiction and Plot. There are 2 options available for this readathon. One is just to read Aussie. Any Aussie, whatever you want to do, or you can follow the prompts to guide your reading, and they are very easily attainable prompts, so you wouldn't be restricted in what options you do have. The announcement video is very entertaining and provides a lot of different factoids about Australia and makes me happy. Then we have Shorty September, which I found on Soggy Expac Book Nerd. There are different ways to participate, but essentially it's to read short things. Novella, short stories, anything like that, and the prompts are based off different kinds of shorts. It's just every year this comes around and I'm always so surprised at the creativity, and it's just fabulous. I love it. Then we have Scientific September, which I found on Tasha's library, and there are 3 different careers that you can choose that will depend on your reading taste. So basically a non-fiction, a fiction, and a combo career, and the level of success in your career is based off how many books you complete. There are 9 prompts per career, with different aspects of science being the fundamentals to it. Then we have the Rent Readathon, and I found this on Mooney Reads by Starlight's channel. So these are prompts based off characters in Rent the musical. There are 3 prompts per character. Since it is a month-long round, they recommend trying 1 for each character, or you can pick 1 character and do their 3 prompts, or multiple throughout the month, just whatever suits what you'd like to read. Then we have Shakestember, which I found on Books I'm Not Reading's channel, and this is celebrating all things Shakespeare. All you need to do is read 1 work of Shakespeare. They are creating an original tag and doing a discussion for 3 of the different plays throughout the month. If you're interested in picking those up and contributing to that discussion, or feel free just to leave a comment on any of their videos about any of their works that you've read or are reading throughout the month. And it's just to celebrate Shakespearean literature. Then we have Cornwall, which is created by Slime and Slashers, and this is a Patreon exclusive. So for their Patreon, it's the top 2 tiers, and it is clown or carnival books, or there are 2 different ways you could go about with their prompt boards. One will give you the big top, and you earn different coins that Kelsey will then make you a background for your desktop, which I thought was hilarious. And the other board is a Cornwall map, and you build your own carnival based off the different rides that you want to have and or what suits your reading taste. Then I have a reading project, which is a subset of Shorty September, and that's 30 stories in 30 days, which I found on Read and Reread's channel. So they have a selected list, and it is just a personal project, but if anyone would like to join in, they have it listed below and a reading schedule to make it more communal. And then finally, the last readathon I have to talk about is for 2 months, and that's Short Story Septober, which I found on She Was Only Evie's channel. And this is a challenge to read short stories. There's an optional bingo board, and you just need to read a short story collection or anthology. It's very flexible, very expansive. I really liked the unique prompt of the readathon prompt that they've got to sort of build your own collection of short stories, but their video explains it in much better detail, but it is still a very chill readathon. Those are all the things that are happening at the time of filming that I found in the YouTube sphere. Please feel free to check out the playlist and spreadsheet and description box for all clicking convenience. I am so excited for all the things that are happening in September. I am very thrilled that Bookopoly-thon decided to push back because I don't think I could deal for the chaos that is everything. So please let me know in the comments what you're participating in, and if you're participating in one or more, are you joining us for all the suffering? Please let me know down below. And if you like this video, feel free to give it a big thumbs up, and if you'd like to see more of this mess, feel free to subscribe, and I'll hopefully see you in my next video. Bye!